Keeping it real. Keeping it real.
Nope. Actually, none of that is new. But we are here in Brooklyn at the Brandon Saloon. Mike, come a little closer.
Yes.
And
Come
Mike
a little bit
McHuGh
closer.
is our Who for the day once
I'm the
again.
Who,
Yes,
McHuGh.
McHuGh the Who.
It's the Mike McHuGh birthday edition and the Thanksgiving edition.
Yes, happy birthday.
My birthday's on Thanksgiving.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Did that happen a lot when you were growing up?
Every couple of years it happens.
Did you like it or hate it?
I hate it because people forget it's your birthday.
Really? I would think that everyone would bring you a present.
Well, you get ice cream cakes after dinner.
Ah, after the turkey. Well, today happens to be National Gingerbread Day. So we do have delicious, scrumptious little gingerbread men for our guests when they share a skeleton in their closet today.
Gingerbread.
Yeah.
Gingerbread Day.
Gingerbread Day. And what else is from this day? It's also False Confession Day. So it's kind of interesting that anything you tell today can be true or false, because today is National False Confession Day. So like if you say you did something and you really didn't do it, today it's okay to do that. So anyone can say a skeleton they either did, or that they wish they did, or that they want to act real badass and say they did that. It's okay today.
Okay.
So I know it's pretty
Okay.
weird. I never knew there was a False Confessions Day, but
So I can confess this. I mentored an act that I just found out the other day that you had as a co-host before you had me as a co-host.
and who's that?
It was Dan Herman.
Oh,
I trained him in booking, and I found an old clip with Dan Herman and Kathy Zimmer and you.
Cool. I've known
Yeah.
Dan Herman. Also.
Dan Herman was a good co-host.
He was the radio man.
Yeah, he did a good job on it.
Yeah, he's cool.
Yeah.
He moved though.
He moved to Philadelphia,
Yeah.
and now he's moving to the West Coast.
Good for him. I'm happy for him. He's like living the life.
Yeah,
Good for
he's
him.
good.
That's excellent. So what else happened on today's November 21st, and it feels like December 21st, the first day of winter. Come on, Mother Nature. What are you playing with us? Are you going to like give us a warm summer, springtime, winter feeling day, or because it's really chilly in New York City right now?
What's keeping me going is I really like your perfume.
Oh, thank you.
Sorry about that.
That's
I
all
just
right.
thought it was
I
a
like
really
it
great
too.
perfume.
Thank you.
I want something.
In Oklahoma, airport workers discover a painted golden object with a hole in the bottom in the luggage of musician Wayne Coyne. Do you know who Wayne Coyne is?
The name is familiar.
They mistake the object for a live grenade and shut down Will Rogers Airport for 18 hours. I know. That was this today, 2 years
crazy.
ago.
What was the object? We don't know.
No, we don't know, but I'm
That's
sure they weren't
crazy.
so happy about it.
That's so crazy.
In Cambodia, the 3 most senior surviving members of the Khmer Rouge regime
The Khmer Rouge.
are
Brutal
charged
regime. Brutal.
with genocide and crimes against humanity.
They had a whole, tower full of skulls from people.
It's
they
crazy.
killed.
Those were the senior surviving members, the 3 most. President Mohammed, speaking of the name Mohammed, that's supposedly the most popular name in the whole wide world. President Mohammed
Ahmadinejad.
Yes.
Like a dinner jacket.
Yeah.
That's how you pronounce Ahmadinejad.
Oh, thank goodness you're here. Rejects Iran's successfully family planning program and urges young Iranian girls to marry at age 16.
Whoa.
This was in 2010. Could you imagine encouraging our 16-year-olds
No, it's
to
not
go
good.
get married and have
It's not
babies? I know. Well, I'm not going to say good or bad. Culturally, we don't understand, but we don't need to be involved, I think, in other people's cultures either.
That's part of the problem.
Yeah, because we want everyone to be like us.
Right.
It's like those cultures are a lot older than we are,
Right.
and let's just live our
Right
self-absorbed
on road.
culture.
Right on
Well,
road.
it's like, come on, right?
So you're hip, man. You're
Well,
right.
I just think
Absolutely
we
right.
should
You're
all
absolutely
be just self-absorbed and not worry about everybody else.
right.
Let's agree to disagree. That's my biggest thing.
Good-
I really,
good
and
advice.
just be artistic and save the world that way. Jimmy Johnson, anyone knows him? becomes the first driver ever to win 5 straight NASCAR Sprint Cup Series championships in 1 year. Yeah. I hope he's not one that gets out of his car.
Burning it up.
Yeah, they get pretty crazy, those NASCAR drivers.
Yeah.
I know. New double Beatles CD released with the new song "Free as a Bird." You would know it. I had a
great
feeling.
Song. Well, it's a John Lennon song.
Yeah.
That was a demo that Yoko said, "Why don't you boys add some tracks?" And she gave it to them, and they created this "Free as a Bird," which was one of the last Beatles singles to make the top 10.
Interesting. Yeah. Wow. Well, that was 1995.
Yeah.
Wow. Cinderella closed at the New York State Theater in New York City after 14 performances. Is that why they brought it back? Because they wanted to try again? I love Cinderella. I love Cinderella. I can't deny it. Cyrano.
That production probably wasn't that good.
Cyrano, another favorite of mine. I love Cyrano de Bergerac. The musical opens at the Neil Simon for 137 performances.
Nice.
That's not that many. I saw it when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Because I loved it. My second grade teacher used to play the Cyrano de Bergerac musical album, and I loved it so much she let me borrow it and bring it home. I loved it. So then I
love your glasses, by the way.
Thank you.
These are so awesome, these glasses.
Thank you. They help me read.
Yeah.
They actually are my reading glasses. Poet Maria Elena Cruz Varela. Anyone hear about her?
No.
Well, look her up because she was arrested in Cuba on this day in '91. And I think that if she's a poet, she probably was doing something right.
Yeah.
To get arrested.
That's right.
Exactly. You know? God.
Anti-Castro poetry, hopefully.
Yeah, exactly. Law banning smoking on most domestic flights today in 1989 was signed by President Bush.
Not gonna do it. Not gonna smoke.
I remember
smoking on the plane.
It was fun smoking on the plane. You could only smoke. It was like a movie theater. You could smoke in the back.
Yeah.
The back was the best place.
That's
on the
so
plane.
bad to be trapped on the plane with cigarette smoke.
Yeah, but we didn't know. We didn't care. It didn't bother me. Did it bother you?
After a while, I started getting sick in restaurants. Like I'd be eating a big meal, and then somebody lit up a cigarette. When I was a kid, I didn't even notice it.
Today is the anniversary of Demi Moore and Bruce Willis. I wonder what they're thinking about. Yeah, their lives have changed. But they do have those 3 beautiful girls that came out of their marriage. Bruce Willis and Demi Moore. Olivia Newton-John's song "Physical" goes #1 and stays there for 10 weeks.
One of the biggest all-time #1s by female artists.
Wow, gosh.
In the 70s, 10 weeks was a long time at #1.
#1 at 10 weeks is long for anyone.
The longest, I think, was
Cute and everything.
With Mariah Carey on One Sweet Day.
Wow.
16 weeks.
See, those are not.
But in the old days, I think the longest of all time was the theme from I Love Lucy.
That was a #1 hit.
Or I think it was I Love Lucy, or one of those shows from the old days.
That's my dream, is to get a theme song on a television
Not
show.
I Love Lucy,
that
but one of those old TV theme songs was #1 for like 30
Happy
weeks.
Days?
Something from the 40s or 50s.
Dallas, Who Shot JR episode gets 53.3 rating, which is 83 million viewers on this day.
Back in the pre-cable days.
Kristen is who shot him. That was Bing Crosby's daughter in real life.
That was a huge episode.
Yeah, Who Shot JR?
I didn't know that.
Yeah, Kristen. She was like his girlfriend or something. His little adulteress. Linda McCartney drug charges in the U.S. are dropped on this day. Yay for Linda.
They were growing pot on that farm over there.
Yeah, don't you think? Well, they got busted in Japan, busted in America.
McCartney loves to smoke pot.
He does. Yoko Ono suffers a miscarriage on this day. Poor little Yoko. But she had little baby Sean after that.
They were doing heroin at that time.
John and Yoko.
What year was that? Wait, what year
that
was
was 68.
Yeah, they were doing heroin. That could lead to a miscarriage.
Well, that's better than that. It's good. But it's also 80. This is the day John and Yoko pose naked for photographer Alan Tannenbaum.
Remember that
Wow.
photo? He's curled up like a baby.
Yeah, in the bed.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did like that aerial view, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was so cool.
Then the nude shots on the album cover.
Yeah, but it's pretty classy. Those are classy naked pictures.
Yeah.
The fire at the MGM Grand Hotel in Vegas happened today, killing 84 people. So they are all angels with us on this day. What else happened? The Supremes and the Temptations released "I'm Gonna Make You Love Me."
I'm gonna do all
I've covered that. That's like one of my favorite songs.
Song.
I have covered that. I love that song. It's one of my favorite songs in the whole wide world.
Yeah.
It's the best. This is the day. This is the worst part. This is the worst thing. I mean, there's a lot of bad things, but this is the day that JFK flew to Texas.
Yeah.
In 1963, November 21st.
Don't get me started talking about all that stuff.
I'm not, because I'm going to keep going. Jack Benny and Richard Nixon play their famous duet today. Jack on the violin and Tricky Dicky on the piano in 1959.
One more time, Jack.
The world's longest, this is for you, the longest suspension bridge called the Verrazano Bridge opened on this day in New York City.
That's when parents decided to move to Staten Island.
That was 1964.
Because of the bridge.
What, you had to only take the ferry before that?
Well, my father worked in other boroughs, so it was good for him to be able to take the bridge.
So they could only take the ferry. That was the only way back and forth. That's almost like cowboys and Indians.
Well, no, there's some little bridges.
There were.
There's I think there's a bridge connecting
Jersey, maybe.
Yeah, Jersey, but not Manhattan.
So then, how is Staten Island considered New York? It should have been New Jersey.
Yeah.
I guess, I don't know, maybe not.
Southernmost tip of New York State.
The first U.S. postage stamp in 2 colors happened on this day. And Tom Edison announces his talking machine invention, the phonograph, on this day.
A long way with that.
Birthdays. Punky Brewster, who remembers her? Cherie Johnson, it's her birthday today. It's BjoRk's birthday today. Oh, this world would not be the same without BjoRk.
No, definitely not.
It is Nicolette Sheridan's birthday. Lorna Luft, the other Judy Garland daughter that nobody talks about, but Michael Strahan's birthday. He got famous now because of Kelly. He's like the Regis. Livingston Taylor's birthday is today. I saw him live in this teeny little thing. Goldie Hawn's birthday is today.
Oh, I love
Goldie. Marcy Carsey. You always saw her name at the end of every show, but Bill Cosby, I don't think you're doing so good right now. So Marcy Carsey, happy birthday. Oh, God, isn't that crazy? Juliette Mills, Nanny from Nanny and the Professor, her birthday is today. Dr. John's birthday is today. Marlo Thomas's birthday is today. God.
Oh, you know what's interesting? I met a guy last night who works with Dr. John. He engineers with him.
He was in the right place?
Yeah, and he listened to a song of mine. We were doing this rad thing with the session.
Cool.
He liked the song a lot.
Good for you.
This guy's heavy as producer.
Excellent.
Awesome.
Your time will come,
It's
Mike.
coming.
Voltaire, the thinker, his birthday is today. And angels, people who passed away. Quentin Crisp is an angel with us today. What a cute guy. Bill Bixby. Oh, everybody's favorite dad. Yeah. Juanita Spallini was the first woman executed ever in California. Mwah. Thanks for being with us today. And William von Horn, a baron of Hesse, the governor of Brussels, was executed on this day.
What did he do?
I don't know, but I'm glad I'm not him. And are you ready to meet some people?
Let's do it. We got a
All
special
right,
edition with some great acts.
We gotta go.
Brooklyn.
I'll see you in a minute.
Okay. Let me just go grab something to drink. I'll put this down.
I'ma repeat